Happy Monday on a nice little 6-2 run. Let's talk about that orange ball. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back in to another episode for Just a Bet Outside. I'm your host, Steven. Happy Monday to everyone. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. Like I mentioned before, me and my wife went to a comedy show that was hilarious, and we didn't have kids for a night, so what could be better? That's for sure. So I'm refreshed. I'm ready to go for this week. Like I mentioned in the cold intro, a 6-2 run. Hopefully, this leads to something big before that All-Star break. So we got a huge slate of games. I think I counted 12 games on the schedule for the NBA, so we got a lot to get into. A couple quick reminders before we get into the video. Golf video. We did one last week. We have our second one for Pebble Beach, the big Pebble Beach tourney, baby. That's right. We got that video coming out late Tuesday night for you guys. I'll give out my best bets. We'll preview the course and talk all things golf. That was a lot of fun last week. And also, Discord link is below if you want to join. It's completely free. There's a ton of people talking sports. Like I mentioned before, there's almost 3,000 people in there. We talk bets and sports all day long. It's a ton of fun. So click that link below if you want to join the positive, awesome community we have there. Also, reminder, if you want to become a Jabbo MVP and contribute to this channel, if we bring any value or entertainment or anything and you want to help give back, it's only $2.99 a month. You get a shout out, badges, emojis, prioritized replies, and most importantly, it really helps the growth of this channel. So I appreciate everyone who's already done that. But I'm ready to get going. I got 2 dad jokes, and then we're going to get into it. So here we go. First dad joke. The wedding was so beautiful, even the cake was in tears. Not too shabby. All right, last one. Here we go. 6:30 is my favorite time of the day, hands down. Classic. I can hear some laughter there. It's dumb laughter. I get it, but that's funny. Anyways, in this video, we're going to recap the weekend. Let's keep this rolling. We'll show how well we did and some things that we should have won on Friday that I'm very not happy about. But anyways, point guard day, defenses that give up the most points, rebounds, and assists to the point guard position. If you're new to the channel, we do a different position every single day and throw in a couple other things along the way. So, and then I'll give you my best bets, and we'll wrap it up with the bets recap. Hit that like button, leave a comment below if you have any time at all. I really appreciate it. Helps this channel grow, helps more people on YouTube to see our channel and the video. And of course, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We're now chasing our first 21,000 subscribers in the first year and a half on this channel. You guys are absolutely awesome. So, anyways, the weekend's over. A new week has arrived. Let's get into it. And it starts with the bets recap. Okay, we start with the first bet on Friday that just makes me upset. I had the Suns minus 4.5. They take a 9-point lead into the fourth quarter against the Indiana Pacers on a second night of a back-to-back without Tyrese Halliburton. Devin Booker goes for 62. The Suns lose the freaking game by 2. That one hurt. But you know what? I will say this on the non-player prop bets, which we've been kind of going away from player props a little bit lately. We are now 4-1 in our last 5. So that's been a good little run. Jared Allen continues to cash for us against the Milwaukee Bucks, over 16.5. I did say sprinkle a little bit on 20 plus if you want, and he did have over 20 points yet again. Mavericks money line with Luka Doncic going for 1,000,000 points as well. There has been some unbelievable performances. He carried his team to a win. That was an added play on Friday. And then the Friday parlay just sucked. Alperen Sengun scored 11 versus the Hornets, the best matchup in the NBA. That made no sense. I don't even think McCollum hit because the Pelicans have just been struggling. But anyways, Friday parlay didn't hit. I never count the huge parlays as a part of the run or the 6-2, but it does count towards our overall record and units though. And then Saturday, that was the good day. The Knicks and Jazz moneyline parlay. The Knicks, with their suffocating defense, continue to freaking roll. I think it's now 12-2 since the OG Anunoby trade. Number 1 defensive rating in the league. It's just been insane. I think Julius Randle is out though, just so you guys know for Monday. And then Jazz moneyline parlay, they put a beat down on the Hornets. That was never a doubt. And then D'Angelo Russell over 24.5 points plus assists on Saturday. That was a doubt. It did not look good for a while. He was ice cold. And I was on a date with the wife, and then I look back. It's near the end of the fourth quarter, and he has 20 points, 5 dimes, and I'm just thrilled. But then he goes double overtime, and he went way over, so that helped. But anyways, not too shabby. I'll take it. Nice 4-1 weekend, 4-2 if you count the Friday parlay. But we are now 110 and 101, up 9.43 units, creeping towards 10. It's a tough time in the NBA right now, so any chance you can go 6-2 run, I'll take it. But I want to keep it going. So that's the bets recap from the weekend. And now it's time to talk some point guards. All right, there it is. On the left, the defense is giving up the most points per game to the point guard position. We got the Pelicans giving up 30.42. Again, this is the last 15 days, so it's not over the course of the season. I just want to update you guys on how these teams are doing lately. No matchups. You see no arrows. There are no matchups for Monday. It's wild because there's so many games, but there's just none with these top 10 over here. Luka Doncic, I mean, my goodness, 40.2 points per game. It helps when you have a million point game like he had. Same with Devin Booker. So obviously those might be skewed a little, but we all know they can score some points. Other than that, no real surprises on the right side. D'Angelo Russell, the guy I bet on, he's been playing well. 25.9 points per game the last 15 days. They say they might trade him, and then all of a sudden he starts going off. So, anyways, those are the defenses and the players scoring the most points per game in the last 15 days. Let's go over to the rebounds now. And we got two matchups. We got the Celtics giving up the most rebounds to the point guard position, almost 8 a game, and they are taking on CJ McCollum of the struggling Pelicans. 4.5 rebounds per game for him. We got Luca up there. Look at number two. Kobe White is not a humongous guy, and somehow he's pulling down 6.8 rebounds per game last 15 days. He is just a man. But the other matchup we have here are the Miami Heat giving up 6.35 rebounds, playing Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Two teams that are very, very hard to trust. That's for sure. The Suns are going to be. It's going to take a while for me to back them, I think. But other than that, no real surprises here. Other than we got two Clipper guards up there. How about Russell Westbrook and James Harden, both averaging over 5 rebounds per game? So take a screenshot. Hopefully that helps you get some winners. And let's check out the third and final page with the assists given up to the point guards. The two teams giving up the most assists to the point guard position happen to be playing each other. The Wizards and the Spurs going up against Tyus Jones of the Wizards facing the Spurs, averaging 10 assists per game. Not too bad. And then Trey Jones of the Spurs averaging 9 per game playing the Wizards. They've been sneaky good assist props over, that's for sure. I almost pulled the trigger on one of them, and I was mad I didn't. But either way, those are two surprises up there. LaMelo Ball, who continues to be overrated, I'm still mad at. Donovan Mitchell down there, Jamal Murray, no real surprises. Halliburton at the top, obviously he hasn't played the last 15 days fully. And he is, I think, trying to come back very soon from the hamstring. I could be wrong on that, but they were going to sit him out at least 3 games. So, and then Kate Cunningham just sat out on Sunday, so make sure to check his status as well. But, anyways, those are only two matchups for the assists, and that's the points, rebounds, and the dimes for the point guard position. Hopefully that helps you get some winners, and we will talk shooting guards on Tuesday. All right, enough of the mumbo jumbo. Let's talk some best bets. All right, this first game takes us out to Oklahoma City. We got the Thunder hosting the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thunder minus 2.5. Total in this game is 226. And I'm going to get right into the best bet because I'll talk about against the spread and all that. Give me the Thunder minus 2.5 at minus 110 on DraftKings. Now, I almost went Thunder money line at minus 130, then it went up to minus 135, and it was a tough call. I don't mind the money line at minus 135. If it goes any higher, I probably wouldn't. But let's just talk about this one. I got some things to talk about. So these two teams, believe it or not, are coming off 2 losses to the Spurs and the Pistons. That's right. It's mind-boggling. But these two teams have played 3 times this year. The Thunder have won 2 of the 3, including 8 days ago in Minnesota, 102-97. Now, the Thunder on the second night of a back-to-back. Yes, I get it, and I don't really care, and here's why. The Pistons, by the way, who just beat the Thunder last night, they were also on the second night of a back-to-back. It didn't matter that much. I'm starting to realize second night does matter a little. It depends what team, the matchups, how many minutes played, things like that. But not one Thunder player played 30 minutes because they lost, like, pretty badly, actually, to the Pistons. So only SGA played more than 27 minutes. So they're not coming off a game where they played 40 or 35 to 40 minutes or anything like that. And then on back-to-backs this year, the Thunder are 5-2 against the spread on 0 days rest. 5-2. So they're the second best team in the NBA on back-to-backs. And how about this? The Thunder, who had a rest disadvantage this game because they have no rest, no days of rest, and the T-Wolves do. The Thunder are 9-2 against the spread when they have a rest disadvantage. That's absolutely crazy. To me, that just tells me the line moves too much because they put too much accountability on the fact that they have to play a second game in 2 nights and the other team doesn't, and things like that. But they are crushing it. 9-2 ATS. Thunder also 16-6 against the spread at home. The number 2 team at home against the spread in the NBA. The T Wolves, how about 11-14 against the spread on the road this season? That's where they have had their struggles. They are the 8th worst ATS road team in the NBA. So, in summary on that first part, Thunder, very good with no rest, very good with a rest disadvantage and at home. So it all works out there. Now let's talk the matchup a little bit. In the 2 wins by the Thunder out of the 3 games, one of the big reasons is because the Timberwolves just continue to turn the ball over, and it's not just against the Thunder. The T-Wolves have committed the 3rd most turnovers per game in the NBA at 15.2. It's one of their weaknesses that they have, and that's not good versus the Thunder team because the Thunder, they have forced the most turnovers in the league. They are the number 1 team at forcing turnovers at 16.1 per game. Now, they've shown up in these 2 wins, so we have games to actually go off of. On the win on December 26th, Minnesota T-Wolves had 21 turnovers. OKC, 23 points off those turnovers. How about the win 8 days ago? Minnesota T-Wolves, again, had 21 turnovers. Thunder, 28 points off turnovers. That's huge. The Thunder like to get out and score in transition. And when you're getting turnovers and quick, fast break points and things like that, it's just huge. It's demoralizing. It's how you go on runs. The Thunder score around 16 points per game off turnovers, 6th best in the league. So that's very common for them, and they seem to do well against teams that turn it over because that goes right into their wheelhouse and what they like, how they like to play, and everything. So, and in those games, the Thunder have also been able to slow down Anthony Edwards in all 3 games: 25, 19, and 21 in all 3 games. He averages 26 on the season, just so you guys know. I just think this line is too low for a team that plays really well at home versus a team that struggles on the road like the Timberwolves against the spread. So this is a great matchup. We might see it again in the Western Conference playoffs. I don't think the second night is going to affect it as much as this line says. I think the line's a little too low. So give me the Oklahoma City Thunder -2.5 as my first best bet. And before we get into that second one, let's check out the promo with BetMGM. All right, time is running out for new users for BetMGM. Thanks to our partnership with OddsShopper, we bring you this promotion. You bet $5, you get $158 instantly in bonus bets. So all you got to do is click that link below that you see, set it up. It doesn't take long at all. You just deposit $10 because that's the minimum, but you only have to bet $5. Go put it on a parlay. Go put it on something just absolutely huge if you want. Whether you win or not, it doesn't matter. You're getting 3 different bonus bets: $50, $50, and $58 for Super Bowl 58. Again, this is not going to last long, so click that link below if you are in an eligible state to get BetMGM, one of the best books out there. So, must be 21 years or older to gamble. If you have a gambling problem, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. All right, back to the bets. All right, this next one takes us out to Houston, Texas. We got the Houston Rockets hosting the Los Angeles Lakers. Lakers -1. Total in this game is 227. Not much ATS and over under, but Lakers 22 and 26 ATS, 9 and 13 on the road. Rockets 23, 20 and 2 ATS this year, 15, 8 and 1 at home. Obviously a better home team. And then over under, Lakers 26 and 22 to the over. Rockets 23, 21 and 1 to the under. I don't have a bet on the game. I have a player prop. Rinse and freaking repeat. Come on. D'Angelo Russell over 23.5 points plus assists at -120 on DraftKings. I bet this on Saturday. The line was at 24.5. I don't see any reason to not bet this again. He has taken on a big scoring, ball handling role with the Lakers, if you have not noticed. And he has gone over 23.5 points plus assists in points alone in 6 of the last 8 games. Over in PAs in 7 of the last 8 games. And when I say over, I mean way the heck over. How about 33, 33, 37, 42, 27, 32, and the one under 20, and then 47, guys. He has 32 or more points plus assists in 6 of the last 8. That's absolutely insane. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I got to go back to the well. It scares me. I'm not going to lie, to bet the same guy to go over 2 games in a row. So bet at your own risk, but I just got to go back to this one. So in the last 8 games, he's averaging almost 19 shots per game. That's what I love about this. It's not that he's being super efficient, 8 for 10, 7 for 9, or anything like that. He is averaging almost 19 shots per game. How many times do you get a line for points plus assists for a point guard at 23.5 when he's taking 19 shots per game? That's just insane. And oh, by the way, he's also averaging 6.37 assists per game in the last 8. So it's not like he's only adding a few assists. He is handling the ball quite a bit. The volume and assists are just too high not to tail this one. Yes, the Rockets play a little slower pace. Yes, they're better defensively than most NBA teams, but that doesn't, I mean, volume alone, guys. And then on top of this, obviously, you have Anthony Davis and LeBron, very questionable. They could both play. They're questionable every game. I get that, but you always have that little rock in your pocket. I don't even know what I'm saying. That little thing next to you that says if one of those two miss, you are getting immense value with this one because he will shoot 20 plus times, especially if Anthony Davis is missing or something. So either way, I like this bet, even if LeBron and AD play. Unless he goes like 6 for 19 shooting, knock on wood, I just don't see how he doesn't go over this for the 8th time in 9 games. So give me the Ohio State Buckeye, D'Angelo Russell, over 23.5 points plus assists as my bet number 2, and let's move on to the next bet. All right, before I get into this third bet, this will be the final one on the video. I will more than likely have an added play tomorrow. Check the pinned comments below, check Discord, and check X. And also, speaking of Discord, I do have to mention at JSlim, at Sidlock, I think it is, and at Carlington, 3 guys on Discord. They put together a Jabo parlay for plus 417. Sometimes in the Discord, I like to just call out 3 guys. Hey, give me a bet. Let's put together a fun parlay. No pressure at all. They put it together plus 417, and they got a winner today. That was a lot of fun. Congrats to you guys and anybody in the Discord that tailed. That was awesome. But here we go. Moneyline parlay is my third and final bet. Celtics and Nuggets moneyline parlay. Give me plus 103 on FanDuel. Let's start out with those Boston Celtics. Coming off their second loss at home this season to the LA Clippers, the red hot LA Clippers. But the Celtics still 20-2 at home this year. We know how good they are. And they're playing the Pelicans. I don't like what I've seen from the Pelicans, to be honest. I've always been a backer of them. They've just been so inconsistent, especially offensively. But last 2 games, they lost by 24 points to the Thunder and lost by 24 points to the Bucks. And to be honest with you, 12 of their last 13 games this month have been decided by 10 or more points. This team does not play in close games. So because of that, I also don't mind the Celtics -8 because when they lose by 10 or more points. It's just how it is. It's been absolutely insane how it goes for them. But they can struggle versus top tier teams. Here's their last 5 games against really good teams. I don't mean like average teams or anything like that. They lost by 24 in the last 2 games to the Thunder and Bucks, like I just mentioned. They lost by 14 to the Phoenix Suns. If you consider them a great team, they're supposed to be. I don't know. I don't trust them. But then they lost by 12 to the Denver Nuggets and lost by 16 to the Clippers. This team just struggles when it comes to playing good defensive teams and good teams in general. Celtics, third best defensive rating in the NBA. I think the Celtics bounce back here. I don't see them losing another game at home to an inconsistent Pelicans team. So give me the Celtics money line. Again, they're -8 for a reason. I just need them to win the game. That's it. And then Nuggets money line. Obviously, this leg is going to be the harder one of the two. It's Doc Rivers' first game being the head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. It's going to take time. I mean, to take over a new team midseason and go into the defending champions' house and beat them, that is asking a lot for this Milwaukee Bucks team. And this Milwaukee Bucks team, just matchup wise, they've struggled versus centers, struggled versus point guards. That's not a great idea when you're facing the Denver Nuggets. You got Jokic, you got Jamal Murray. I was close to going over Jokic on points, maybe PRAs, maybe points, rebounds. I was looking at all of it. And Jamal Murray too, but his points line was close to 25, so I just stayed away. I think they both have good games here. Nuggets are a top 5 team defending point guards. They've been good all season, so I think they're going to make life a little bit harder on Damian Lillard. And then you got Giannis, who's questionable. He's more than likely, I think he's actually probable, but with an illness, we'll see. I don't ever doubt Giannis. He's probably going to come out and just be a beast like always. But this Nuggets team is just so good at home. 18-4 at home this year, one of the best home court advantages in the NBA. They have been for a while. And the Bucks, when they travel, they're no longer the Bucks. They're an average team. And I said this about the Nuggets actually last year when they were on the road. But the Bucks on the road, 11-9 straight up. Now, was Damian Lillard, were they fully healthy every single game? No. They have a new head coach. I get that. They might play hard for him. It's just going to be hard, guys. We're talking new system, new head coach. Everyone trying to get their spot and get the new system and how they're going to play defensively, offensively, all that kind of stuff. I just think it's going to be too much. This team could gel and take off later. But the first game in Denver, I like the Nuggets to take care of business. Nuggets were the first team recently that just beat Boston in Boston to give them their first home loss of the year. But anyways, I like this Denver team. They're too strong. I think they're going to score kind of at will in this game against this Bucks defense. So give me the Nuggets money line along with the Celtics money line for plus 103 on FanDuel. And that is my third and final bet for the video. Let's check out the bets recap. There it is. We got the Thunder money line at -130 on DraftKings, and then D'Angelo Russell going back to the well over 23.5 points plus assists, -120 on DK, and then a little money line parlay. Give me the Celtics and Nuggets money line parlay at plus 103 on FanDuel. We've been doing pretty well on money line parlays and teasers and game bets lately, so hopefully we can keep that up. I know player props are kind of all over the place right now, but like it says there in the bets recap, added play in the pinned comments below. I'll probably have a fourth because there's a lot of games. Still waiting for some props to come out, injury news and things like that. So, but thank you guys for watching. I'm ready for another great week. Again, golf video coming out shortly. I'm excited. That was a lot of fun last time. So, leave a comment below. Let me know how your Monday's going, what your best bet is, anything you want to do, help that algorithm. So I appreciate it, guys. Hope everyone has a great Monday. We'll talk to you soon.